Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, when you receive trials of this kind. What does that mean to you? I've had a migraine for over 10 hours at this point. And where does joy come from when you have this trial? I'm supposed to consider it. That means I need to think about it. Pure joy. I have to consider it pure joy. Doesn't that confuse the mind? It does. In the natural. But when you elevate it to the supernatural, that's where you began to explore. That's the consideration. I'm exploring. What does joy look like amidst the migraine? Well, I need help and support on being able to consider it joy, don't I? Here's what I also have to consider. It says, consider it pure joy. This is in James 1. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, when you have trials of this kind, because it will perfect in you perseverance, which will bring about joy, and your joy will be complete. I'm giving you the synopsis. So the perseverance is very important. So as you're considering where does joy going to come from, I'm considering a couple things that James invites us to, which is, in my perseverance, I'm going to have joy perfected in me. I'm going to have my joy complete. And in that, there's also a compilation of great peace. So as you go through your suffering, I invite you to consider. That means think. Not in the natural. The natural starts the engine, if you will, but then you take the engine and you drive to the supernatural realm, if you will. But I need help and support. So I'm getting help and support by the promise in the word in James 1. Because my perseverance will bring about a fruit. Now, consider this. Now, this is part of the consideration. In Romans 5, it says, I'll boast of my afflictions. Here's my affliction, this migraine. I've taken the meds I need to take, 3 different kinds, and it's not been effective. So I've also told the Lord that, Lord, I will suffer for you if that's what you want me to do. But I'm also in the natural going to work to take care of it. So I'm taking care of it in the way I took Excedrin migraine. It didn't work. I took a thing called Maxalt. It's supposed to work. I think it worked maybe for like 10 minutes. and so it's just not working. So I told him, I'll take what I need to take in the natural. And if you want it to work, fine. If you don't want it to work, I'll consider it. I'll think about what you've promised. You've promised that it's going to bring about a fruit. A fruit. And that's going to be joy in the end. That's a fruit. But I have to go through perseverance first. I have to persevere through the 10 hours. This is the consideration. God the Father told St. Catherine of Siena in the dialogue that he said, I'm going to perfect you. Perfection's a pretty big deal. Through perseverance. Oh, look what I'm doing. 10 hours of persevering. Noticing medication's not working. So I'm considering it. This is going to be a supernatural joy, not a natural one. You understand? You can tell kind of the way my eyes drooping and my eyes, I'm persevering. He said, I'll perfect you through perseverance. If I don't give you anything to persevere through, how can I perfect you? So my consideration, my thinking is taken to a higher level. It's not a funny joy, ha ha. It is a supernatural joy. As you write your knowing place journal, which I've invited you to do in the last couple of journals, put this down. James 1. James 1, which is where we're invited to consider something It's pure joy. In the joy, I'm going to have perseverance. In perseverance, my joy will be complete. God the Father is instructing St. Catherine of Siena to instruct us that he's going to perfect us in holiness. He also said to her that you know someone is growing in holiness if they're patient. That's a sign of them growing in holiness. Impatience is a sign of not growing. I want to grow. So I'm considering all these things. Will you consider all these things? I'm just being real with you. Consider these things to bring about a growth in holiness. This is James 1. This is contemplation from the Dialogue of St. Catherine of Siena. This is Romans 5. He said, I'll boast in my afflictions, and my afflictions I'll have perseverance. There it is again. And in perseverance I'll have endurance. Oh, look, and from endurance I'll have in character, it will give the birth, the fruit of character. And in character I will have hope, and hope will not disappoint. So I'm holding on to hope. The last thing is, when I got the word hope a few months ago, I was with some amazing priests. Actually, one of them is a confessor to the Pope. When I heard the word hope, I got heaven on planet Earth. Let us hope. Let us link arms as we suffer, persevere, endure, have our character built, and trust in the fact that hope will not disappoint. God bless you. It's been from my heart to yours. Until the next daily dose, move at the pace of peace. Do what love requires in every moment of every hour of every day. And in this moment, what love requires of me is that I consider joy in the trial. May this bless you. Amen.